dropping the shoulder underneath the tackle.
Bobby Rainey will get the punt return. Josh Woodrum in the offense will get at least one more shot with the ball. Rainey plays it safe and smart with a fair catch. Woodrum will start at the 14-yard line. 2:10 left to play. Kid who's had tryouts with 11 teams. He's been a part of 5 different rosters, some for as few as 3 days, others for an entire offseason. It's his first chance to play in the preseason this year as a Raven. He's had some of the better passes we've seen for sure throughout the preseason, the best long balls thrown tonight. Has he done enough to sway Ozzie Newsome and John Harbaugh to keep 3 quarterbacks, factoring in that Joe Flacco has not yet practiced? Back problems that have kept Flacco from practicing the entire length of training camp and preseason. Woodrum with Taliaferro in the backfield. Will hand it off to Taliaferro, and the former Coastal Carolina Chanticleer will run out to the 20-yard line. It's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in preseason, and then the focus shifts to Cincinnati a week from Sunday. John Harbaugh looking to close out preseason with a win.
Your summer moment awaits you now that the Summer of Audi sales event is here. Audi will cover your first month's lease payment on select models during the Summer of Audi sales event.
Journey where this path may lead and live as big as giants. Summer sun and feeling free, sparkle just like diamonds.
Freedom awaits you this summer. Hurry in now and get an additional $500 Labor Day bonus cash on most 2017 Jeep Grand vehicles. Well-qualified returning FCA lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2017 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4x4 for $249 a month. 40 years, 6 generations, 1 feeling. Here's to the original sports sedan. BMW 3 Series. We only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine. Sign and drive a BMW 320i xDrive sedan for as low as $399 a month with 0 due at signing.
I know what you're thinking. There's a dad that makes fathering look easy. But before Pacifica, he had his hands full. Now you see a man who's able to stow and go with ease. But he wasn't always that man. Now, thanks to our Pacifica, Dad can put his mistakes behind him. Well, most of them.
Booyah! Yeah.
The all-new Chrysler Pacifica. Get yours at the Chrysler Labor Day sales event. Or well-qualified current lessees or owners of Honda or Toyota vehicles get a low-mileage lease on the 2017 Pacifica for $249 a month.
Your summer moment awaits you now that the Summer of Audi sales event is here. Audi will cover your first month's lease payment on select models during the Summer of Audi sales event.
In his 10th year now with the Baltimore Ravens, John Harbaugh and his staff have set a high bar of success. 3 AFC title games, 10 playoff wins, 7 road playoff wins, a Super Bowl, 54 wins at home, 95 total victories. And that is what he is trying to maintain and even surpass as the Ravens point to the 2017 season. They've skipped the playoffs the past 2 years, so close, a yard, a play, an inch away a year ago. Set out to improve the defense in the offseason. They did. Set out to improve the offensive line in the offseason. We won't know until the regular season begins there. Is it going to be a formula that gets the Ravens back to the postseason in 2017? We're going to find out as Lorenzo Taliaferro carries the ball. John Harbaugh receiving a 1-year contract or a contract extension, reportedly to be 1 year. Brian, that doesn't take the pressure off a head coach, but it does take the head coach's contract situation out of the storyline. How does that help a team?
It does. It's just one less thing to deal with. In the next week or so, my duties on the NFL Network, one of the things, okay, who's on the hot seat? And my perspective is, unless your name is Bill Belichick, everybody's on the hot seat in the NFL. Nobody's job is secure from that standpoint. John Harbaugh is a coach's son. He grows up in the profession. He knows what this league is about. I think it was the organization's way of saying, look, this is not going to be a distraction for us. It's not going to be for John Harbaugh, his staff. He's not going to let it be for the players, and I thought it was a good move.
Certainly enjoyed having your company tonight live from the Verizon broadcast booth. As The Ravens try to wrap it up by putting together a seal-it drive. 3rd and 4. Woodrum with Rainey in the backfield. And the give is to Bobby Rainey, who is tackled in the backfield. Alquan Dean Mohammed blowing up the play. And now the Ravens are going to be looking at a 4th and long. So, Brian, as we wind up this preseason run, first and foremost, what a treat it has been doing the games with you. A real blast.
Thoroughly enjoyed it, Jerry. It's been great fun.
What are your big takeaways from what you have seen as this Ravens team has started to come together?
Well, obviously, we're looking at a defense that has a chance to be very, very special. You combine that with, obviously, the special teams play of Sam Cook and of Justin Tucker. Again, just first tier, top tier. I hold out more optimism for the offense in that we've not seen any of it at this point. I think there's some things with regards to what Greg Roman's going to do, Marty Morningwig has in mind. I think there are elements in place in terms of running the ball well or better that sets up the big plays down the field. I think we have some big play receivers that, and this game is about big plays, and you have guys that can do that. Obviously, a lot is on Joe Flacco's shoulder. How quickly can he get into that flow? Is it on the road against Cincinnati? You saw the matchups in the first 3 weeks. Certainly you're going to have that by the time you get to week 4 against Pittsburgh and week 5 against the Oakland Raiders. They're going to have to hit their strides. I think the first 3 games, you're capable of playing great defense. Don't turn the ball over. That can be a winning formula in those first 3 weeks, but you're going to need more in week 4 and 5.
Kenny Allen gets the punt away. Travaris Cadet